He failed to negotiate contact. Now, Nikulov. He's stopped there by Rysdorf. Rysdorf coming in. Trombley and Lambert moving up. There's Lambert. And that one hit Nikulov. That pass hit Nikulov. He seemed to get it on the side of the face. Now Popov speeds to center in over the Montreal line. It's swept off his stick by Lapointe. Lapointe rolling it ahead into the center ice area. The Red Army team making changes. A dire dearth of whistles here in the second period. Kuzkin dropping it back to Balset. He starts in on the right side. It's cleared back to the line. Here's Popov. Giving it off to the side of the net to Solodukin, and he fired it wide. Robinson trying to clear it. And finally Lapointe goes in there to take over for the Canadiens. Ahead to Jarvis. Jarvis down to the line. He's offended. And Solodukin, I think, is going to get the penalty for tripping.
This is Super Series 76 from the Forum in Montreal.
We've always made Jack Daniel's whiskey the way Jack Daniel himself prescribed back in 1866. And just one sip will tell you why. We always will. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah, October 29th on CBC.
Yeah. Does it come with a monkey?
Join host Mike Bullard for a celebration of the best in television.
Hey, Taylor, new in town? White's not working.
Fabulous.
Too Tommy Hunter.
Fabulous.
What do you think, boys?
The Gemini Awards, Monday, October 29th on CBC. Brought to you in part by the Royal Canadian Mint.
This is hockey the way it should be played.
Well, it certainly is. Good close checking all the way around, and here's the penalty, a definite tripping penalty. There's a good chance here now for Canadians to get right back and take over the play again.
Lafleur, Schutt, Mahovlich, Lapointe, and Van Boxmeer on the power play for the Canadiens. He'll give you the Soviets' defending lineup in just a second. Now then, Mahovlich centered it right in. And Lafleur slapped it wide from the side of the net.
Oh, what a
That
chip.
was a beautiful setup.
Great play, Ferg, by Pete.
You know, Dick, in the pregame warm-up, he was stopping all his shots on the low corner of the net with his goal pad. Most goaltenders stop them with their sticks. There was a good example. He got that goal pad across and give it all that more strength behind the stop.
Now Lafleur to Van Boxmeer, to Peter Mahovlich, to Lafleur, right in front of the net, and shot. He was in there pretty close. He couldn't get it up. And right there to block it, Tretiak.
Canadians throwing the puck around very well, and the Soviets, John, they're standing still a little bit out here in this penalty-killing role, which surprises me. They're making a change now.
Well, they went into a complete two-man defense, two-man offense here, that four-man box. The Canadians penetrated very good there, and they were unfortunate not to score. Lafleur gets it up in the top corner.
Gusev is on defense with Luchenko for the Soviets. Back to Lapointe. There's the shot, and it's blocked. Soviets breaking out. Petrov over the line. And Lapointe and Van Boxmeer got back. Here's Mahovlich with Lafleur. In over the line. Mahovlich near the corner. On the boards. He's upended, and there's a penalty coming up to Gusev. Gusev going off with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in Solodukin's penalty.
With 11:37 remaining in the second period, the score, the Montreal Canadiens 2, the Soviet Red Army 1.
You know, one thing you may see a little less of these days is suits. Personally, I'm back to them. Many of my clients, though, still like dressing casually. Professional? Sure, but casual. I help them with that, putting the right things together so they'll look as well dressed as, well, the mannequins in the window. Of course, I leave the hair thing up to them.
Well made, well priced, well dressed. Moore's.
Hey, folks, I'm putting together a little warm-up drill for Team Canada. They're going for gold, and you can too with Goodyear's Drive for Gold. Oh, there are 3 cool ways to win. Get up to a $100 instant rebate on Goodyear tires. Scratch and win for neato prizes, then predict how Team Canada will do and win your tires for free. Ready when you are, guys. Look at that. Next, it'll be the balance beam. Don't be shy. Come on. Who wants to go first?
Another penalty called, John, a minute 15 left.
What's the two-hander first? Now takes his feet from underneath them.
Here's Lafleur, over to Lapointe, closing in for the shot. Sagankov got it. He starts out over the line. Soviets are 2 players short here. Here's the master, Mikhailov. Gets it back to the line. Luchenko lost it. Now Lafleur. 52 seconds left in Solodukin's penalty. Cournoyer coming in. He centered it. Peter Mahovly's trying to get in front. They fight for possession. Mikhailov comes up with it for the Soviets. Brings it out to center. He falls. Lafleur coming back, hits the Soviet line. Cutting it on the right side. And it's swept away by Tretiak. Sagankov cleared it down the ice. Riding ahead to Lapointe. Lapointe up on the left side to Mahovlich. Here's Mahovlich getting set, the back pass. Lapointe over to Lafleur, closing in for the shot. Luchenko got in front of it. Here's Cournoyer, 2 Canadians in front, and it bounces off a stick to the corner. Petrov against Lemaire. Here's Cournoyer to Lafleur. He rips the shot just wide. Puck loose in front of the net. Cournoyer scores!
Last time Ivan scored on Tretiak, John, was the tire in Game 8.
Another wrist shot, Dick, and he really fired it. Got Lafleur's rebound and high on Tretiak. And the papers coming down here in the form, Dick.
Tremendous atmosphere.
Here's a shot by Lafleur. Over the top of the glass. Now watch Cournoyer. He's so sharp in front of that net. Here's the wrist shot. Up high. And Tretiak, of course, was down on his knees and no chance at all.
Close-up look at it here. You get a good look here at the wrist shot that Cournoyer takes as he swings around and just lets it go. The goal came just as the penalized player who was off first came on the ice, so that wipes out the other penalty, too.
Assist to number 10.
Well, there was no question that
number 25,
second penalty was definitely deserved by Gusev. He gave him a two-hander, and then he took his feet from underneath it. And like you said, Dick, he made a reaction toward the referee.
It's the first time in 2 games that they have reacted to a penalty call against them.
Montreal 3, the Red Army 1. Now here's Popov breaking in on the left side over to Maltsev, and he couldn't get a good shot away against Boucher.
I think Savard is getting a penalty for hooking as he followed in on the original puck carrier Popov on the play. So quickly after the Canadians make it 3-1, they will be playing a man short as Savard goes to the penalty box.
Canadians penalty number 18, Serge Savard, 2 minutes for hooking at 9 minutes and 52 seconds.
9 minutes and 52 seconds, the time of the penalty. And the statistics being recorded by the Soviet coaching department.
That's his job. Remember, Tarasov used to be back there by himself. He used to change the lines and make the notes at the same time. Now they have Alexandrov as the note taker.
Shluktov, big center, is out there. He goes to the corner against Robinson, who cleared it on the left side. And it went over the glass.
The New York Rangers are back in action, and they are trailing the Atlanta Flames 2-0 at the end of 1 period of Madison Square Garden. There's a look at Dougie Jarvis winning that faceoff. And in Detroit in the second period, the Red Wings are ahead of Washington 1-0.
Vasiliev is in over the line. Alexandrov is out there too. Here's Gainey coming down with Jarvis off Gainey's stick. Vasiliev to Vikulov. He cuts through center, weaves his way to the Canadiens line, loses it, and it's cleared out by Jarvis. We have Vikulov, Shluktov, Alexandrov, Sagankov, and Vasiliev. That's the power play for the Soviets. Robinson in behind the net. Robinson gets it and shoots it down the ice, and now we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the penalty. Sagankov, who schlucked off. He comes down to the Canadiens line, gives it to Vikilov. Back to Vasiliev. He shoots it right in front of the net. And Ori got in front of it, clearing it ahead for Gainey. Gainey falls. Schlucked off to Alexandrov. He loses it at the line. And Jarvis clears it down. The Soviets have been unable to get on track on the power play tonight. The tenacity of the checking of the Canadiens has been a thing of beauty. Vasiliev cleared it in front. And now it's Lemaire ahead to Robinson in on the left side. Robinson into Soviets territory. Sagankov in on the boards, takes over. He's bumped and knocked to the ice by Lemaire. Vasiliev, rink-wide pass. Mikhailov is on the ice now, and it's cleared over the glass by the Canadiens to Lemaire.
They are 18 seconds short of the completion of this penalty. It's the third penalty the Canadiens have drawn in the game, and so far on Soviet power plays, the Army team has not managed a shot on goal. They have just one shot in this period. The Canadiens have outshot them 9-1, but the one shot was the goal for the Soviet team that made it a 2-1 hockey game, and then Cornway upped it to 3-1. Savard in the box, 18 seconds left.
It is Petrov, 16 at center. Harlamov, who has the puck now, he's on the left wing. Mikhailov, who takes the pass at center, is on the other side. Now he's going through center. Gives it to Gusev. He breaks the stick on it. A weak shot. Harlamov trying to center it. And Dryden is there to get a face-off.
This is an important face-off, Dick, with 1 second left to go. And this is what Canadians have really taken over the Soviets, has been the face-offs tonight. And also the Rangers did, too. And this could be a weak part of the Soviet game, is a center ice face-offs.
In the first period, there were 20 face-offs. The Canadiens won 14. They didn't win that one.
Now it's back to Vasiliev. He tried to set up Harlamov in front. He missed it. The penalty has expired. And Roberts comes down to the line, broken up by Gusev. Petrov working his way to the Canadiens line. Mikhailov, a weak shot. Harlamov is covered on the far wing. And it is Savard for Montreal, just dumping it in over the line. And they do that when they want to make changes. And that's what Montreal is doing. Here's Lafleur stealing the puck. Lafleur is in the Soviet zone. Nifty work along the boards by Lafleur. Now he tries to center it. And it's picked up by Gusev. Mikhailov dashes down through center ice. In over the line with Petrov. Broken up by Wilson. Jarvis rolls it over the line. Harlamov on the right side. Here's Petrov back to Harlamov. Mikhailov takes a shot. Harlamov around the net. He centered it in front of Vasiliev. A shot. And a big save by Dryden. And it's cleared by Lafleur. The Soviets buzzing around, and finally Wilson shoots it down the ice, and that's going to be icy.
Game 3 of Super Series 76 is coming to you from the Forum in Montreal.
Sunday is Kids' Day at McDonald's. That's because a delicious hamburger Happy Meal is now just $1.99. Hamburger Happy Meals, only $1.99 on Sundays.
There's a little McDonald's in everyone.
Mommy's home.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you
Putters
were
for
a
all my friends.
of distinction, a real big spender.
Want to be a big spender?
Big spender.
Enter the Big Spender giveaway, and you could win one of 3 grand prizes of $50,000 in Canadian Tire money.
With me,
Imagine how that would feel.
baby, 'cause I need you.
Sunday is Kids' Day at McDonald's. That's because a delicious hamburger Happy Meal is now just $1.99. Hamburger Happy Meals, only $1.99 on Sundays.
There's a little McDonald's in everyone.
Sometimes when a goaltender's not too busy, John, it's not a very good thing for him. Kenny makes a good save here off Petrov.
He makes a good save. You know, despite the fact that they've only had 6 shots on Kenny Dryden tonight, they're a threat every time they have the puck.
Face off to the left of Dryden. Solidukin played it back. Shot has it. Headmans it, but it's intercepted by Kuzkin. Over to Popov. In over the Canadian zone, getting into the slot position. And his shot went off Savard's stick. Cournoyer fired it to an open right wing. Volchenkov, number 13, he's on defense now, along with Kuzkin. Here's Maltsev. Some feel to think he's perhaps the most dangerous of all the Soviet players, number 8. At that time, they couldn't get anywhere. Here's Cournoyer shooting it, and he just grazed the goalpost. That was diligent work by Cournoyer that made that shot possible. He's at it again. Now the Soviets start out. Solidukin comes to center, to the line, works in on the left side. Here's Solidukin around the net, centered it right in front. And it was gobbled up by Mahavlich. Mahavlich works his way, weaving down to the Soviet line. Now he puts on the brakes. Mahavlich still with it. Pass went off a leg. Solidukin playing it around the net. Here's Cournoyer getting in front, took the shot. And Tretiak was ready for him. Volchenkov clearing it out. Maltsev turning at the Soviet line. In over the Canadian through line, the shot. Dryden making the save on the short side. Canadians are leading here 3-1, and we have just over 5 minutes left in the second period. Luchenko laying it back to Kuzkin. He fanned on an attempted pass. Shlukov is on the ice. Now Tremblay comes in. He's bumped by Luchenko. Kuzkin got away from Risebrow. Canadians making changes. Alexandrov on the right side. Left the puck, went the other way. Don Ory was trying to set him up. He didn't want it. Now Robinson is in over the line. Lambert couldn't get it. Vikulov coming down over the line. Shlukov is in there too. Now along the board. Lambert gives it to Robinson, ahead to Tremblay. Tremblay at the Red Army line, fakes the shot around the net, trying to center it. He carries on to the corner, bumping there along the boards gently with Luchenko. Tonight the Red Army team has not had many 2-on-1 breaks. Goalies generally say to the defenseman, in the words of the old song of a few years ago, it's you and me against the world when the Soviets break in 2-on-1. There's Don Ory with a shot. But they have been tied up tonight. That shot ended up on the mesh.
For Don Ory has a little bit to prove, I think. He did not have a very happy experience with Team Canada 72. He only played in 2 games. Not to look at Doug Jarvis winning the faceoff. But you have to figure that Ory's been outstanding so far this evening.
He certainly has. He's really taken the man right out of the play. He hasn't played the puck, just played the man. You don't have to knock him through the boards, just take them out. And that's what he's been doing. And, of course, in 1972, in that first game, Harlamov made that great move on Donnie and kind of changed the whole game at that time.
Young Jarvis, we've looked at a couple of slow motions of him on the faceoffs, and he's done quite a job tonight. In the NHL in Pittsburgh in the third period, the Penguins lead the Los Angeles Kings 3-1.
Face-off outside the Red Army line. LePointe to Savard. Savard chops a shot into the corner. Gusev with Lemaire after him. It hit Wilson. Gusev barges along the boards. Where is it, they say, and it's back on the stick of Gusev. He gives it to Petrov. Petrov forced back into his own zone. Here's Gusev. Canadians doing forward-checking of a tremendous magnitude right here. They have the 3 forwards up and their defense up near the line. Now they fall back. Petrov is starting out. Petrov is coming down to the Canadians' line. He's in over the line. Harlamov going in, he scores! Beautiful setup. And our Harlamov with that backhand shot gets a beautifully executed goal by the Soviets, and again it's on the table, Vic. A 3-2 Montreal.
He makes the big play, John, and he makes it again.
Yeah, here's Petrov now. He's a great stick handler. Number 16. Now watch him slide this puck through to Harlamov. And goes right in between Lemaire, Guy Lapointe, and backhands are right into the far corner. This is a super goal again. It's like the one he got in New York the other night.
Well, a few times the Canadians' defense has sort of moved over and been a little too close together. They were both on that one side. 7 shots for the Soviets, 2 goals, 3-2 Montreal.
Red Army goal scored by number 17, Valery Karlamov. Assist number 16, Vladimir Petrov. And number 7, Boris Mikhailov. At 16 minutes, 21 seconds.
Here's Mikhailov coming back in over on this side. Gusev, a screen shot. And it went high off the glass. That goal. Karlamov. We'll bring it up to date later as Gainey races in there. Back to the point it comes. Kept in by Savard. Here's Lafleur trying to center it. Gusev got in front of it. Petrov out to Harlamov. Over on the other side. Mikhailov has dropped to Petrov. He centered it. And Lapointe was there. He sends Lafleur through center, fading to the right side. Lafleur being watched by Gusev. It's centered. And it's cleared now through the crease inadvertently by the Soviets. Vasiliev ahead to Petrov. Robinson breaks over. He darts in on the left side, puts on the brakes, getting set for a pass maybe. He still has it. Now he gets it out in front of the shot. He fired it. And it went off the stick of Petrov over the glass.
From the farm in Montreal, Super Series 76.
On November 2nd, you won't believe your eye.
Would you listen to this? Blame it on the little guy with his one eye.
The creators of Toy Story take you into the high-pressure world of Monsters, Inc.
You little one-eyed cretin. Okay, first of all, it's cretin. If you're gonna threaten me, do it properly.
Billy Crystal, John Goodman.
Where is he?
Monsters Incorporated, in theaters November 2nd.
The over 250 choice hotels in Canada just want to thank everyone for traveling again and getting back to experiencing the power of being there.
And there you see the shots on goal, 21-7 for Montreal. So there's a maximum productivity as far as the Soviet team is concerned. 2 out of 7. You don't do much better than that. And that last one was a beaut. Now Mahovlich getting into Cournoyer, getting ready for the net shot. And a splendid save by Tretiak. And what a play by Cournoyer. Popov over the line, tied up by Don Ori. Peter Mahovlich's pass goes off a leg. It's stopped, brought in by Solodukin. Could be a delayed whistle, but the Canadians start out. Montreal leading here with less than 2 minutes to go in the second period. It is 3-2. Here's Maltsev running into Robinson, and he stopped. Volchenkov lost it to Cournoyer. And Cournoyer showing that dedication of speed that made him such a star for so many years in the NHL. Now Popov coming down on the line, trying to barge in there, and he's sandwiched by Mahovlich and Ori. Into the corner. The Soviets center it, and Popov slapped one on that pass from Maltsev, and it was wide. Now Canadians roll it into the center ice area. Solodukin turns, hits the line. He's trying to go through there. Goes to the left wing. Maltsev's pass, stopped by Lemaire. Ahead to Gainey, one Russian back. Now Gainey over the line. Stepankov covering. Now Gainey getting set for the shot. He didn't pass it, he shot it, and it was low and wide. Now there are 53 seconds left. In this, the second period, out in front, it comes off Lemaire. And Tretiak covers up.
Then you're talking about the 7 shots and 2 goals. Only 2 members of the Soviet team have had shots. Mikhailov has had 4, and Harlamov has had 3. They have been the goal scorers. Berg, Cournoyer in close again.
He sure was. Now watch this. The pad of his go right down, and this is what I said earlier, that gets that pad right down on the plate.
Sagankov turning from the corner. He's being watched closely by Lemaire. Feeds it on the other side. And Vikulov couldn't get it. And Lapointe to Savard. Just a half minute left now in the second period. As the Soviets go back there. Luchenko clearing it through center. They're playing it rather carefully here in the final half minute of the second period. Now the Soviets start back. Alexandrov is in over the line, trying to set up Vikulov. And it's Lafleur coming out slowly. Half dozen seconds, Lafleur fires it in. And Luchenko has it, and that's going to be the second period with Montreal leading the Soviets 3-2 at the end of 2.
Shots on goal in the second period by the Soviets, 3 for a two-period total of 7. By the Canadians, 11 for a two-period total of 22. Live from the Forum in Montreal, Super Series 76.
An award-winning theater season awaits you at the Sadie. Experience the magic of some of the world's most renowned artists. The Sadie welcomes everyone with our new affordable prices and free indoor parking for subscribers. Hop on board the train to Run for Your Life Station in the 3-time Dora award-winning play Chekhov's Shorts, playing from October 16th to November 4th. For information and tickets, call 739-7944. When you come to the Sadie, you're a winner. Sponsored in part by CBC Television.
What are you doing?
Don't want to scratch the paint.
Smoother, roomier, more powerful. The all-new 2002 Explorer. Drive it. Love it. There are no boundaries.
And so 2 hours and 54 minutes away from 1976 in Montreal, we start the third period. 1 goal separating the teams. Gusev chased back by Gainey. Now he turns, starts in the center area. Hooked away by Lemaire to Lafleur. Here's Lafleur sending it to Gainey. He's fired it just wide. Gainey bursting in on the left side. Petrov cleared it out over the line. Lemaire coming back quickly, upended. Vasiliev is going off. I think it'll be he. For tripping one of the defensemen.
You know that feeling when you move into your own apartment?
You buy your first car.
You know that feeling when...
The days seem too short and the possibilities seem endless.
You know that feeling you get when you suddenly realize...
Hey, this is my life. I'm gonna make it what I want it to be. I love that feeling.
You can get there from here. New Canada Savings Bonds. It's the way to save. 100% guaranteed. A message from the Government of Canada.
Draws his second penalty of the game. This one for tripping is the call, as he tried to give Lemaire the hip treatment, but got him with the leg. Canadians scored 1 power play goal tonight. It was Cornway's goal with 2 men off in the second period.
Mahovlich, Lafleur, Lambert, Van Boxmeer, and Lapointe on the power play. Lambert has it on the boards around the Soviets' net. Lambert to Lafleur. Here's Lafleur getting set for a pass. Van Boxmeer winds up. He shoots it. And a big leg save. Now there's a shot that hit right in front. And a shot by Lafleur. That went off Pretsiak. They jam in on the boards. And the face-off in the Soviet zone.
This has got to be a pretty big moment for the Canadians. Chat. And once again, the story right here, Fergus Tretiak.
Lambert got a stick on it, and Tretiak saved it. Now watch this other shot come through. Now watch Lafleur fire one. Super goaltending.
A minute and 36 seconds left in the penalty to Vasiliev. Scotty Bowman making a change. Savard is on. Lemaire is on. Now Lafleur goes to the corner. Back near the point. Lafleur right in front of Lemaire. He tried to slide it through to Lambert, and it went by Lambert. Back to Savard. There's the shot. Lafleur trying to get a shot cleared by Gusev. Canadians keeping it in. Here's Lafleur winding up for the shot. Lemaire shoots it, and it's blocked by Tretiak. Another shot. Oh, what a save there on Lambert by Tretiak.
Boy, what else can you say about Tretiak, the goaltender? The Canadians have just been all over them on this power play. They've had great chances, but they have not scored.
Lemaire had a shot. Lafleur had a shot. Here's Lambert, a typical position in front of that net. Now watch the puck go back here. Lambert gets it up. Now watch this save. He's going over him, and he gets his glove hand out.
Canadians were in the process of making changes with Mahavlich and Cournoyer coming on to take over from Lemaire. And maybe Lafleur. Yes, Lafleur is going off, and so is Lambert. Petrov at center. Gusev in possession, fired it off the boards, not out. Savard working it into the corner. Savard around the net. Here's Savard trying to center it off Gusev's stick, and Luchenko cleared it down the ice. There are now 47 seconds left in Vasiliev's penalty as the Canadians organize, led by Lapointe. Ahead to Mahavlich with Cournoyer, shot, and Savard in over the line. Mahavlich fired it to the far side, and he didn't miss by much. Here's Savard keeping it in, the shot. Tretiak had no trouble with that, and he covers up.
Well, another of those individual type moves by Pete Mahavlich, and he let that one go on the stick handle. Top corner was his target, didn't miss by very much. There's the man of the hour right here in this hockey game. The Canadians have had 4 shots on goal during this power play.
The goal's going to loom very big here, Dick. Canadians have really played sparkling hockey, especially in a power play.
Gusev behind the net. He flicked it to the far side. Petrov ahead to Luchenko. He's coming down in over the Canadians' line. And he fired it from the sharp angle. Just 13 seconds left in the penalty. And Lapointe gets by Mikhailov, beats it ahead to Gainey. He steps in over the Soviet line. There's the shot, and that changed direction and went over the top of the net. Lemaire in for Lafleur. The penalty now has been served by Vasiliev. He takes the pass out to center. Vasiliev over to Gusev. He's turning back. It goes to center. Mikhailov has it down on the right wing, trying to barge through there, and he couldn't get by Gainey. Montreal 3, the Soviets 2. Third period. Maltsev tipped it into the center ice area. There's Savard, who has played an indefatigable game for the Canadians tonight. He's been on the move all the time. Intercepted by Maltsev is Lafleur. Now grabbed off by Wilson, called on the offside.
Perry Wilson started this game off with a breakaway, semi-breakaway attempt on the Soviet goal, and the pace really has not slackened since then. But territorially, John, it's been all Montreal.
Oh, they just played wonderful hockey tonight. They checked their wingers. There's been a lot of play right at center ice, but they've had some excellent shots. And the young players for Canadians tonight have really come through for them. And, of course, Big Peter's played a super game, and he's been unlucky so far.
Score's only 3-2.